Hello, my name is Laura Carter and I work for Solihull Music Service as one of the music tutors. I started as a woodwind teacher, but now I mostly deliver the early years curriculum and I do some work in SEND. For me, inclusion means offering all children that start on their musical journey. It's thinking not about when they start, but how they start and making sure there's enough resources and ideas for those children. I was very lucky that I went to the Birmingham Conservatoire and from there did a dissertation in early years music. I then went on to do a master's via the CREC in Birmingham in early years music, which I finished in 2018. Since then I've been working around this field quite a lot, but it meant that I had an interest in all young people, little people's start of the musical journey, and that helped me gain an understanding and an interest in SEND music making. I was very fortunate that the music service offered staff the opportunity to run an open orchestra. For those that don't know, Open Orchestra is a company that's going about working with music hubs to make orchestras, creative orchestras for all children and making these accessible. And I took on an open orchestra at a school in Solihull. I've been doing that for 3 years now. It's incredibly rewarding. The children that I work with, some have got profound learning difficulties, some have autism, some have social and emotional health issues, but they all come together once a week. I'm in for 3 hours, so we work in small groups to make music together, and it's my role to help facilitate their music making by thinking about the instruments that they can play, whether it be that they want to play a keyboard or a guitar, or whether it is that we use an iPad and we use eye gaze or other technology. Even just getting a microphone up so children can make sounds into a microphone is all part of the experience of making music all together in a group. I was also very fortunate to do some training around looked after children back in 2018, which gave me a whole other insight into their world, how virtual schools work, which I had no idea about. And I think it's an area that we still need to, as music services, as music providers, look at and work at harder to make sure these children aren't missed off, because for them it could be a brilliant outlet. So I did that training. I'm also now doing the social, emotional, mental health difficulties training via the MAC, learning more about how to make music and how to make my practice more accessible for children who have different needs, but still are out there wanting to make music, wanting to experience music. How does it make me feel as a music teacher? I think it's incredibly rewarding. As I said, I went to a conservatoire and I think I had a very preconceived idea of what teaching music would look like. I studied the recorder, and for a while I thought I was going to be a famous recorder player. And then in my 3rd year at the conservatoire we learnt teaching techniques, and I also think I thought, oh, you're going to have fantastic recorder students who are going to go on to do their grade 8s and their distinctions, the diplomas, and sail through. And then of course you get a job at a music service or a music hub and you're given beginner recorder players who make a horrible sound quite a lot of the time. Some of them you can see potential, others you think, I think you might be better suited to the drums. But from that opening my eyes to a different world of teaching led me down the route that I'm now on. I don't think working in special education is for everyone, if I'm totally honest. I think my boss saw potential in me, and I think she could see how I worked with early years and thought, well, yeah, I reckon Laura could probably do that. And I was a bit hesitant. Because it was a whole new world. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be. It wasn't teaching grade 8 recorder students. It wasn't even, necessarily teaching the curriculum. It was just making music and starting children off on their journey. And I think people can sometimes think it's going to be scary, and it's not for them. But I think if you have an interest and if you have a curiosity as to what you could do to make your teaching a bit different from the everyday going in one-to-one lessons, same school, same kids, you think, I want to try something new. Investigate this, investigate inclusion work, investigate what's out there for you to do. Maybe don't say, I'm just going to go and get myself in a school straight away, but think, I'm going to watch some YouTube videos. I'm going to look at open orchestra and see what that is, whether that's something my music hub could do and could offer. I'm going to look at what training's out there and maybe do some CPD in my own time. Or better still, think, I'm going to go and observe somebody delivering this and see if it's something I could do. I was really lucky that via open orchestra I did get to go and observe some people, and it really opened my eyes to what was possible and what I could do. And also that I wasn't doing anything wrong in what I was doing. I was doing it right because I was just having a go and doing the best I could for the children that were there. I think that's my main point, is this sort of work, and it gives children an opportunity that they might not get in school to explore and express themselves through music, and you could have the potential to open up and start that child's musical journey, and it's a wonderful thing to do.